Section 1 of Some Verses. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Some Verses by Theodore Wratislaw. Read by Newgatenovelist. Sentimentalism. I love, and you, if you remember well, these long autumnal twilights faintly shed that slowly die, while slow the vesper bell shakes solemn notes across the river's bed. Do you, as I, in chill forsaken hours, find blown from gardens of your memory strange faded fragrance of ungathered flowers, and with their scents remember wistfully soft steps that passed between the resting herds along dim meads beneath the silent sky, light touch of hands or lips, light whispered words that I shall not forget until I die? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Moment's Bliss by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. I found in flowers my love asleep, where scents and shadows fell most deep. I wonder if my love would weep to know I found her laid asleep. I kissed her eyelids as she lay. She did not wake or turn away. To her what bird or bee shall say I kissed her eyelids as she lay? End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Vain Desire by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Dear, did you know how sweet to me was every glance of yours? How sweet the laugh that lights your face with glee, the passing murmur of your feet, and seeing perchance with grief how vain the love that makes you sadly dear did grant for my unuttered pain a whispered word, a smile, a tear, dropped like a star from paradise. Then might I bless my weary state, though you behold me from the skies, and I on earth am desolate. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Envy by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Making dead wood more blessed than living lips. If you and I could change, oh violin, if you in silence listened in my stead, while I with brown light, wooden body and head, were clasped between her throat and rounded chin, then were I blessed indeed, and she might win from me such songs of love and sadness wed, that from her lids would tears of joy be shed, and all her soul meet mine, shut close within. So the gods laugh at fate's ironic jest, that I from far must gaze on her and sigh, whilst thou, rude block, by tender hands caressed, by her breath touched, by her light fingers pressed, morose and heedless, sullenly may lie, how near the sweet, white blossoms of her breast. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. A Woman's Thoughts by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. You could not understand me, dear, nor see that all my heart, though changeful as the sea, yearned for the love you were too proud to speak. Once to have kissed your mouth and leaned my cheek on yours, and heard you tell me that you loved seemed all my life was made for, but you proved nothing of what I felt. You loved me. I could not do more than wonder anxiously when you would speak. But you, perchance too proud to meet rebuffs, wrapped in an obscure shroud your mind, and so we stood, and stand, apart. A little violence gains a woman's heart. Did you know this, I wonder? Once we lay where the cliff rising fronts a tranquil bay, and bears some grey stone ruins to the sky. That afternoon in memory will not die, would that it might. We watched the white sails gleam, the distant foam, while like a pleasant dream the murmur of the village hummed below. We were alone, so lonely that the glow of sunset brought our solitude some pain. Why now, I ask, did you not kiss me then? Again our hearts, I know, were well in tune, alone at night in summer by the moon, when in the languorous silence, warm and sweet, we heard the wavelets plashing at our feet. The moment slipped, it will not now return. I wonder sometimes now that I discern truth. If you really loved me, or I read your presence wrongly. Some are often led to dream too much, so when I went with you and saw broad heaven laid open to my view, you then, perhaps, were weary of my sight. I cannot say, I had too much delight. Or was I cold? Too strong a love does this, itself destroys its own intensest bliss. So when I loved you most, I seemed, perchance, most frigid. Yet we mould not circumstance, your fault or mine, or irony of fate. Thus was our love, and now it is too late.
End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
Reminiscence by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Alone we walked along the ruffled sand one evening after sunset, while the glow of green and orange lingered in the sky. The sea far out at ebb grew duskily fainter, a long thin line of misty snow, a languid murmur only. Why your hand fell into mine, I think we shall not know. Was it the sweetness of the place that made you fear the passing of the pleasant hour, and pray for help as though it were for me to stay, for us, that twilight by the sea? Ah, could we see again those heavens in flower! Yet in my soul these memories will not fade, not though your face has lost its former power.
End of poem. This recording is in the public domain.
The Modern Siren by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. She knelt on an easy chair, neither too chaste or wise, and laid her cheek on the vair. She, dressed in an antique guise, with her throat and her arms half bare, laughed with her mouth and eyes. It was only a laugh that came in the hush of the heated night, in the dream of the shaded light, but it stung my flesh like a flame. The flesh is never too tame, nor the curb of the soul too tight. I caught from her lips delight in the kiss more sweet for her shame. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Morning by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. In the fresh sunlight how the bay laughs, leaps and shines! How softly now the breezes stray among the pines! Silence. A murmur scarcely heard comes from the land, the cry of some o'erpassing bird, and on the sand a baby's laughter as the foam runs round its feet. My heart, on earth is any home so calm, so sweet? This restfulness, this happy calm let fill mine eyes with tears. O God, is this thy balm for agonies? Have pity, O God, on me who fall so low, so mean. Pierce not mine aching heart with all that might have been. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Far Apart by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. My soul is as a bird that flies down unfrequented ways of windy seas and cloudy skies afar from human gaze, while in its heart, through all its flight, a poisoned arrow stays. Thy soul is as a fragrant isle where many a purple bay and peaceful shores and harbours smile, where distant storms that stray sound as dim weeping in the night as laughter in the day. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Requiem by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Beneath the shadow of the sea, at last in slumber let me be, and may no dream come down to me beneath the shadow of the sea. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Lady Jenny by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. When the spring Lady Jenny comes back to the dale, there is laughter of lovers, what makes ye so pale? When the summer is merry in highland and plain, ye mourn for the kiss ye will feel not again. Ye have steeds in your stable and knights in your ha', but I ween ye look sad for your love that's awa'. Ye shall pray for his coming from year unto year, yours is not the sorrow that dies with a tear. Ye may moan, ye may weep, ye may rend your gold hair, his face, Lady Jenny, you'll see never mair. In the grass grows the flower, in the tree croons the dove, but the waves wash forever the bones of your love. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Mad Sphinx by Theodore Wratislaw. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Un vieux sphinx ignoré du monde insoucieux, oublié sur la cale et dans l'amour farouche, naissant courant du soleil qui se couche. Not since offended Isis drew her veil more closely round the radiance of her head, and passed beyond the planets, might avail to break my silence. Now the time has fled. Forgotten, old, abandoned to the scorn of desert winds, I would not give one sign of all the torments that my soul has borne, were not my voice the secret of the shrine. All day the sunlight sees me fixed and stern, the red simoon in vain may bid me speak. Only when round the pole the star wheels turn, I feel hot tears roll down my marble cheek. Yes, all I loved has passed, and I remain, old phantom striving through the fearful night to kiss its shadow filled with doubt and pain. I am a star that lingers till the light. I am the lips that kiss the frozen glass, dividing them from unforgotten days. I am the tune condemned to roam and pass upon the winds and rest on wrecks and strays. In me who may not move is held the fire of wandering. I alone in silence set know where delight is mated with desire, where pleasure lives and dies without regret. The lakes of perfume, deep and wild and strange, the palaces of colour, soft and strong, the port where dreams are anchored, whence they range, the seas of music and the waves of song. All these I know, and with unchanging gaze fixed on the far horizon clear from cloud, I dream of earth's unseen deep hidden maze of seas of flame and lands more rich and proud. The sand has drifted to my sculptured breast, the tooth of time has gnawed my perfect face. In vain they strive to stir my savage rest, or move my limbs from their appointed place. I saw the dust rise from the chariot wheels of kings that now are sand. I saw the sun light fallen shrines where now the jackal steals at night. Alas, for all the days are done. A race of slaves digs in the outworn soil where ranks of spearmen shone from mile to mile. Where are the cities, full of lust and toil, that rose above the reedy banks of Nile? No more the beaks of galleys rowed amain will meet and bite, whilst on the ringing shore sword swings on shield, and on the helmet's rain of arrows falls and glistens. Nevermore will boats of pilgrims toward Canopus sail with songs and beaten tambourines. The sky under strokes of dawn grows green and pale above the tawny desert. Ah, must I henceforward crouch in silence, with no word of all the agonies that my heart endures, nor speak of wonders I have seen and heard, of loves that loathe and hatred that allures? Yet through long years of silence sure to die, through all the wars of this man-travailed land, while myriads came and passed and came, have I gazed over wildernesses of the sand. And now, being tired of all, being tired to see the fruitless labour of the wearied earth, the eternal conflict of the land and sea, the works of men that crumble, little worth, the sterile laughter of the bitter sun, the interminable procession of the stars. I too am fain that this my life were done, and my face freed from time's deep delving scars. Now that my beauty is gone, and year by year sad Egypt bends more low her outraged head, I dream of wonders. If mine end is near, I shall not fear the constellations dead. Egypt is gone, her temples, gods, and kings are gone. Oh, time the hour should peal that sends me to the kingdom of forgotten things among the kings and gods that were my friends. Now I will speak not word again, but wait and watch with changeless gaze and lips sealed dumb, beyond the sunset's purple-pillared gate, the signs that tell me of the days to come. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. And end of Some Verses by Theodore Wratislaw. Thank you for listening.